I felt as if the Battleground Ministry was an easy understanding, a perfect candidate to enforce and manipulate public perception of what terror really means behind closed doors, which is a concept representation of white supremacy.
They will take the fall for crimes organized by superior officials such as yourself.
I don't believe I am the only one responsible. Thus, I must say I have a stunning infatuation with the human trials and tribulations as well as their analogies. Brutal conflicts of men excite me, especially when all human men, women, and children are perfect inferior puppets in my scheme. Especially those who we've told were kings and queens in false stressful expressions.
Talk to me, Chronic.
Anya, what's the status on the atmosphere?
Chronic, they done sprayed yellow paint on the ground.
How far away did you move back?
15 feet. I'm still in view of the field.
How certain do you think that screen will be necessary?
It's about over 5 fleet carriers above me, and I ain't trying to find out.
Well, you know you ain't getting paid unless you all are okay.
Well, you better have me and Homegirl Paycheck on the front desk if we make it out in one piece.
Oh, we'll do so. Stay close. Out.
Out.
Yellow paint. That's a nuclear designation target. Why is that necessary?
Unless they have something to hide other than just what we're seeing here.
We have to sit back and find out.
The Battleground Ministry is a religious military training organization. Militarization is the god they worship, because it takes a lot of might to conquer lands, sectors, even planets. They've practiced numerous accounts of terrorism. They have been surveyed and facilitated by federal officials.
The Offense Ministry limits their crimes, but encourages them behind the scenes to further their purpose of terrorism.
Philionis was an old friend of mine. He disappeared after years. I always wondered what happened to him. 9 months ago, I hired Ishimori and Delphina to break inside of a secret military base to steal a robot. After they did the job, I received the item. I paid them for their services. I programmed the robot into an adopted child paying a child service fraud to give him to a guilty couple, getting information about the lab. Fortunately, I was out here in time to witness the events as they unfold.
Now that crime lords are involved, I swear, you know how to make a show.
So this is one of Jarmingo's fortresses. A cloning facility. Do you think alerting the derelictionaries was greatly respectful? Or an excellent strategy? Well, I'm glad you anticipated such a calculation. I'm not that confident knowing this unplanned congregated spontaneity may decipher a negative resolve rather than a peaceful resolution. Derosis' reckless autonomy may place the lives of many Sakai and ex-Celestials in grave danger. I'm more focused on the real reason Derosis wants this to be a rescue mission. Why he really wants to rescue his friend Philionis, rather than an assault on human oppressors. Derosis has admitted numerous instances his hatred towards humanity. This cloning facility we are intended to destroy was supposed to be the ultimate tool to replace humanity. The idea was conceived after a series of recent behaviors regarding the judgment of human youth. Jarmingo once believed, because of the events of the Insurrection War, any sort of new generation originating from youth was unfit to make decisions on governance, order, tradition, taking inside an unprofessional purpose. So the next level of labor should be cloning. Clones who can fight Zakar. Clones with cybernetic devices, which can set their tones at any age, any time. Clones on automatic, and ultimate reminisce at any time. Historical tradition, rather than relying on naturality, the origins of difference. Jarmingo hates his own people, ex-Celestial, us Zakar, even humans, all because he wants to explore a more superior legacy, which is the expansion of war, how it will impact his legacy, and the entire United Centrist theocratic regime. What is your intention, General Trunk? Derosis will stop at nothing until he discovers who he really is. So I'm going to deliver a message Derosis requested me to. I will spar Jarmingo, testing him. In a mortal duel, Derosis will receive the information on Jarmingo's strength before he fights him in the future.
I was able to finish the duplications on the tracers. The discs have enough syntax thermite to blow up any structure.
Well, a lot of them will be compromised. They'll have no choice but to initiate their self-destruct sequences.
Can you believe, Adam? Do you think we can still keep his head in it? We're gonna have to, or he'll end up becoming a flight risk on all sides, especially medically. I wish I didn't put my wife through this. I hear ya. Hey man, look. We'll survive this. I got your back, even if you ain't got mine. Oh yeah. We got each other.
So is it true they want us to referee everyone, including the military?
Well, we're running the operation. That's big in my opinion.
Droimingo wants a unit. He wants a team. I think we're the perfect candidates.
So we got a lot positioned 5 kilometers south. Now we're babysitting our old teachers or whatnot. So those who don't know are not only now teaching, but us students they taught, we gotta school them now on the rules.
Is there an estimate count of how many battleground ministry praetors we'll be dealing with just in case?
Well, if we get close enough, they'll vary. This is a scorched field. Anything goes, even with the cops.
What's scary about it is the battleground ministry is actually who trains the police. Matter of fact, any sort of law enforcement period.
Well, remember, that's their field training. The offense ministry has it required in their protocol.
Now we're gonna smash through them.
Well, we kicked their asses before. Hopefully we can get a sequel.
What's this?
Extra protection. When we're dealing with sworn enemies with bullets in the field, being careful is imperative as much as it is irritating when constantly said and known.
Way ahead of you, bruh. So y'all hanging and ganging around Adam the Shaggy.
Well, no, he was just trying to sell us some tanks. He overhears what he shouldn't as usual. Next thing you know, DeRosas has a plan.
Shit, D-Road didn't sit his ass down somewhere?
Are you kidding me? We lectured and shook his pothead and medicated ass up 1,000,000 times and he still didn't get the memo.
Well, I know it's enough egghead shitworms on the ground to make a shoot fest, homegirl. Enough to call it suicide.
Well, missions like these require certain expertise.
Ah, when nature calls, pet detective. You tell Rachel I got her seal dry.
You don't want to give it to me? I'm going to see her.
Nah, that shit too damn expensive. Yo ass might lose it on the way down.